The story started with something very small that quickly became one of the biggest talking points in the automotive YouTube world. A package arrived from Sweden at Mat Armstrong's workshop, and at first it looked like a normal delivery. But the moment viewers heard where it came from, the entire mood changed. The package was sent from Koenigsegg, one of the most respected hypercar companies in the world. For years, Mat Armstrong has become famous for rebuilding damaged supercars and hypercars that most people believe are impossible to repair. He has rebuilt Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens, and even one of the most difficult projects ever seen on YouTube, the Bugatti Chiron. Millions of people watch his videos because he shows every step of the process honestly. He does not hide the mistakes, the failures, or the stress that comes with rebuilding cars that cost millions of dollars. That honesty helped him build a huge audience, but it also created a strange relationship between him and the manufacturers of these cars. Some companies seem uncomfortable with how much access Mat gives viewers to the hidden engineering behind these expensive machines. Others appear to respect it. That is why this package from Koenigsegg became such a major moment. Inside the box were premium hoodies and limited edition merchandise. But the most important thing was a small note. The note only contained 6 words. "Watch our engineering videos, please." Those 6 simple words immediately created huge discussions online because people realized this was more than just a company sending free merchandise to a YouTuber. Many viewers believed it was a sign that Koenigsegg saw Mat Armstrong differently from other manufacturers. Instead of trying to control the conversation, they seemed interested in sharing knowledge. That single message changed the entire meaning of the package and started a debate about how hypercar brands should work with modern automotive creators. To understand why those 6 words felt so important, people first need to understand what makes Koenigsegg different from most car manufacturers. Koenigsegg is not a company that produces thousands of vehicles every year. In fact, the company builds only a very small number of cars annually, making every decision extremely careful and deliberate. Each Koenigsegg car is treated almost like a piece of engineering art rather than a normal production vehicle. Because the company is so small, many people believe that even small actions inside the business are noticed by the highest level of management. That is why viewers immediately assumed that Christian von Koenigsegg himself probably knew about the package sent to Mat Armstrong. This idea became even more interesting because Christian has built a reputation as one of the most open and passionate engineering minds in the automotive world. Unlike many CEOs who stay hidden behind marketing teams and public relations managers, Christian often appears in videos personally explaining how his cars work. He talks directly about the engineering challenges, the mistakes made during development, and the creative ideas used to solve difficult problems. He explains advanced systems in a way that even normal viewers can understand. Over time, fans began noticing that this style feels very similar to Mat Armstrong's videos. Mat also shows the process honestly, including failures and unexpected problems. He explains difficult repairs in simple language and allows viewers to experience the pressure of rebuilding rare vehicles. Because of this similarity, many people believe the note was actually sending a deeper message. It was not simply asking Mat to watch videos. Instead, it seemed like Koenigsegg was saying that they appreciate his way of thinking. They understand the value of showing real engineering instead of hiding it behind expensive marketing campaigns. That emotional connection is what made the package feel so different from a normal brand collaboration. The situation became even more interesting when viewers compared Koenigsegg's behavior to how other manufacturers have treated Mat Armstrong over the years. Mat has rebuilt several Lamborghinis on his channel, including some extremely expensive and complicated models. His videos have shown millions of people how Lamborghini engineering works behind the scenes. He has spent months explaining damaged parts, rebuilding systems, and fixing problems that most owners would never even see. Despite all that attention and free exposure, Lamborghini has never publicly embraced him in the same way. The same thing happened with Ferrari. Mat's Ferrari rebuilds became famous because they exposed how difficult modern supercars can be to repair without factory support. He showed the software restrictions, lock systems, expensive diagnostic tools, and complicated electronics that independent repair shops struggle to access. Those videos created huge discussions about the growing problem of manufacturers controlling repairs. Instead of celebrating the engineering curiosity of the audience, some companies appeared more focused on protecting information and limiting access. That created a strong contrast with Koenigsegg's approach. Rather than acting defensive, Koenigsegg seemed to welcome curiosity. The note asking Mat to watch engineering videos felt almost like an invitation into their world. It suggested confidence instead of fear. Many viewers saw this as a major difference between old luxury car culture and a newer generation of engineering-focused companies. Traditional manufacturers often build an image around exclusivity and control. Koenigsegg, however, has built much of its reputation around innovation, transparency, and passion for engineering. Christian von Koenigsegg regularly speaks directly to enthusiasts in interviews and factory tours. He explains ideas with excitement instead of secrecy. Because of that, viewers immediately connected the package to a much larger conversation happening inside the automotive industry. The rise of YouTube creators like Mat Armstrong has changed how people learn about cars. Audiences no longer depend entirely on official advertisements or carefully planned marketing videos. Instead, they trust creators who show real experiences, real problems, and real solutions. One reason this story became so popular is because it touches on something much bigger than a simple package from a car company. It represents a shift in power inside automotive media. For decades, manufacturers controlled the entire conversation around their vehicles. They decided what information the public could see, how the cars would be presented, and which journalists received access. Most car reviews followed strict rules, and companies carefully protected their image. But YouTube creators changed everything. Independent creators like Mat Armstrong built audiences larger than many traditional automotive magazines. Instead of polished commercials, viewers wanted honesty. They wanted to see cars breaking down, getting repaired, and being understood at a deeper level. Mat's success comes from his ability to make viewers feel part of the journey. When something goes wrong, the audience experiences the stress with him. When a difficult repair finally works, viewers celebrate with him. That emotional connection is extremely powerful, especially in an era where audiences are becoming tired of overproduced advertising. Koenigsegg seems to understand this change better than many other brands. By sending that note, they appear to recognize that creators like Mat are not simply influencers chasing views. They are becoming important voices in automotive culture. The fact that Koenigsegg specifically pointed Mat toward engineering videos instead of promotional content says a lot about what they value. They were not asking him to repeat marketing slogans. They were encouraging him to explore the technical side of the company. That approach feels very different from traditional luxury branding. It treats the audience like intelligent enthusiasts rather than consumers who only care about speed numbers and flashy designs. Many fans believe this is exactly why Koenigsegg has developed such a loyal following. People admire the company not only because the cars are fast, but because the passion behind them feels genuine. Christian von Koenigsegg often speaks with excitement that reminds people of an engineer building dream machines rather than a corporate executive protecting a brand image. Another important reason the story connected with viewers is because Mat Armstrong himself represents something unique in the modern automotive world. He is not a factory-trained engineer with unlimited resources. He started as an enthusiast who slowly built his skills while sharing the process online. Over time, audiences watch him take on increasingly difficult projects, moving from normal performance cars to some of the rarest and most expensive vehicles ever built. What makes his videos different is that he rarely pretends to know everything. Instead, viewers see him learning, adapting, and solving problems in real time. That honesty creates trust. People feel like they are watching a real person face impossible challenges, instead of a perfect expert reading from a script. This style matches very well with the engineering culture Koenigsegg promotes. Christian von Koenigsegg often talks openly about failure during development. He explains that innovation only happens when people are willing to experiment and make mistakes. Because of this shared attitude, many fans immediately imagine how interesting a future collaboration between Mat Armstrong and Koenigsegg could become. The idea of Mat rebuilding or exploring a Koenigsegg excites viewers because both sides seem driven by curiosity and problem-solving. Even if no official partnership happens, the package alone created huge excitement because it symbolized mutual respect. It showed that one of the world's most exclusive hypercar companies was paying attention to a YouTube creator working in a workshop. That sends a powerful message about how much the industry has changed. 10 years ago, it would have been difficult to imagine a company like Koenigsegg directly reaching out to an independent creator in this way. Today, however, creators can shape public opinion just as strongly as traditional media outlets. Brands are beginning to realize that authenticity matters more than perfectly controlled messaging. Audiences can easily recognize when something feels genuine, and the interaction between Koenigsegg and Mat Armstrong felt genuine to many viewers. The six-word note also created excitement because fans immediately started imagining what could happen next. Some viewers believe Koenigsegg may eventually invite Mat Armstrong to visit the factory in Sweden. Others think the company might offer technical support for a future project. A few even speculate that Mat could one day rebuild a damaged Koenigsegg, although that would be one of the most difficult automotive projects ever attempted on YouTube. Whether any of those things actually happen is still unknown, but the speculation itself shows how powerful the moment became. A simple note turned into weeks of discussion across automotive communities online. That level of excitement proves how emotionally invested people are in both Mat Armstrong and Koenigsegg. It also demonstrates how important storytelling has become in the automotive world. Modern audiences do not just want statistics about horsepower or top speed. They want narratives, personalities, and human connections. The package from Sweden created exactly that kind of emotional story. Viewers saw it as a meeting between two worlds built on passion for engineering. The story also worked because it felt unexpected. Many people assumed that hypercar companies would avoid independent rebuild channels because those videos exposed the hidden difficulties of maintaining exotic cars. Instead, Koenigsegg appeared to move in the opposite direction by encouraging deeper understanding. That surprised viewers and made the company stand out even more. In many ways, the package acted like a public statement without being officially announced as one. It suggested that Koenigsegg is confident enough in its engineering to invite curiosity rather than fear it. That confidence is attractive to enthusiasts because it feels honest. Instead of protecting mystery through secrecy, the company builds excitement through transparency and innovation. For a generation raised on YouTube, that approach feels much more modern and relatable than traditional luxury marketing strategies at the same time. Some people believe the reaction to the package became slightly exaggerated online. While the note was definitely interesting, critics argue that parts of the discussion turned a simple gesture into something much larger than reality. Some videos and social media posts described the moment as if it completely changed the automotive industry overnight. Others treated the note almost like an official business partnership announcement, even though no such partnership was confirmed. This highlights an important part of modern YouTube culture. Online content often becomes more dramatic because creators compete for attention. Titles, thumbnails, and scripts are designed to create excitement and curiosity. In many cases, storytelling becomes just as important as factual information. That does not necessarily mean the excitement is fake, but it can sometimes make situations appear bigger than they truly are. Even so, there is still real significance behind the story. The package represents a rare example of a hypercar company publicly engaging with a creator known for showing the difficult realities of rebuilding expensive vehicles. That alone makes it unusual. It also reflects the growing influence of independent automotive media. Companies can no longer rely entirely on traditional marketing because audiences increasingly trust creators who appear honest and relatable. Mat Armstrong built his audience by showing both success and failure, without hiding the messy parts of the process. Koenigsegg seems to recognize the value of that honesty, whether the note leads to future collaborations or not. The moment already succeeded in generating huge attention and positive discussion for the brand. In that sense, the package may actually represent a very smart modern marketing strategy. Instead of spending millions on traditional advertising campaigns, Koenigsegg created excitement simply by sending a thoughtful message to the right person. In the end, the story of Koenigsegg sending Mat Armstrong a package became important because it symbolized a larger change happening across the automotive world. The relationship between manufacturers and independent creators is evolving rapidly. Audiences today care more about transparency, personality, and genuine passion than carefully controlled marketing images. Mat Armstrong represents a rise of creators who teach people about cars through real experiences rather than scripted presentations. Koenigsegg represents a company confident enough to embrace engineering curiosity instead of hiding from it. When those two worlds connected through a simple 6-word note, viewers immediately understood why it mattered. The package itself was small, but the message behind it felt much bigger. It suggested that the future of automotive culture may belong to brands and creators willing to share knowledge openly with audiences. Instead of treating enthusiasts like outsiders, companies may increasingly choose to involve them in the engineering journey. That is exactly what made the note feel powerful to so many viewers. It was not just merchandise. It was recognition. It was one engineering-focused storyteller acknowledging another. Whether this eventually leads to factory visits, collaborations, or even a Koenigsegg project on Mat Armstrong's channel remains unknown. But one thing is clear. The moment captured the attention of the automotive internet because it felt authentic. In a world full of polished advertising and carefully managed brand images, authenticity stands out more than ever. That is why people continue talking about 6 simple words sent from Sweden to a YouTube workshop. The story reminded viewers that passion for engineering can still create real connections between companies, creators, and audiences all around the world. Another reason this moment became so memorable is because it arrived during a time when automotive YouTube is changing very quickly. A few years ago, most car content online focused mainly on reviews, drag races, and reactions to expensive vehicles. While those videos are still popular, audiences today are becoming more interested in understanding how these machines actually work. People want deeper stories. They want to see broken parts, engineering challenges, software issues, and the reality behind maintaining hypercars. Mat Armstrong became one of the biggest creators in this space because he gives viewers access to things that manufacturers rarely show publicly. When he rebuilds a damaged supercar, viewers see every hidden detail behind the glossy exterior. They learn how complicated these vehicles really are and how difficult modern engineering has become. This creates a completely different kind of connection with the audience. Instead of only admiring a car from a distance, viewers begin understanding the effort, creativity, and problem-solving required to bring it back to life. Koenigsegg appears to understand the value of that educational side of YouTube content. Their engineering videos are not focused only on selling cars. They are designed to make people excited about innovation itself. Christian von Koenigsegg often explains technical systems